Hey, good morning, everybody. As promised, doing another live video this morning. Hope everybody is doing well and staying healthy, both mentally and physically. Now is a tough time for a lot of people, a lot of anxiety, a lot of people not being active or doing much and letting it get them down, being stuck inside. People are dealing with depression. So hopefully everyone's keeping their spirits up, staying active, trying to use this time to better themselves. I wanted to try and bring some good information to you, good tips. Here we're going to have today talk about the 5 criteria that we typically use when looking at pricing a home. A lot of people aren't certain or think they have to have a full appraisal done, and that's not the case typically before you sell your home. What we call a comparable market analysis, or a CMA, is how we determine pricing on a home. So hope you're doing well. We'll have more of these videos again 8:30 every morning, Monday through Friday. Tomorrow we'll discuss how and why and the history of how I got into real estate and my story, as well as Friday talk about how this virus hits home quite a few years ago, but this Easter Sunday was a big day historically in my life, so we'll talk more about that. But today I want to talk to you more about just basically, the 5 criteria that we use to price a home. When you put your home up for sale, one of the best ways to determine is by looking at other homes that are very similar. Some of the aspects that we look at is number one, location. Homes in the same neighborhood typically follow the same market trends. People are usually looking in the same areas when they're looking for a home. They've kind of pinpointed where they want to be. Comparing your home to another in the same neighborhood is a good start, but comparing it to homes on the same street or block is even better. So if you can get really, really close to home with a similar home, that's going to be your most comparable. Date of the sale, sold homes versus homes that are on the market are going to be a more accurate indicator of what they're actually going to sell for. That's a true sales price versus just what somebody's asking or hoping to get. And then, obviously the closer to now that we have sale information, the more accurate and up to date it is. So that's number 2, is date of the sale. Number 3, the home build, similar designs. Look for homes with similar architectural style, number of bedrooms, square footage, number of bathrooms, other features like size of the garage, if it has a shop, size of the lot, and acreage. Number 4 would be features and upgrades, remodeled bathrooms, updates to the home, kitchens. Kitchens are huge. And that's kind of the number 1 place you can typically put your money when you're going to look at remodeling a home. Typically that's going to be your biggest bang for your buck, is on your kitchen remodels. Less flashy upgrades like new roof and HVAC system, don't catch the eye quite as well, but definitely highly important. People always are looking at condition of the roof and whether or not you have forced air versus baseboard heat, gas, of course, probably most preferable gas, forced air, as well as having air conditioning, especially here where we get pretty hot summers. Sale types, homes that are sold as short sales or foreclosures wouldn't be a good comparable. Obviously, they're going at less than market value typically, and that's not where you want to be. Let's take a look real quick at how this looks in real life. What a comparable market report would look like. This was on a home that we recently did one on. A friend of mine had a home over in Coeur d'Alene Place, and so we're looking at number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and some of that information can be, if it's not automatically populated by a program, you can look at tax records. So this was going to be a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath with 2884 square footage. So 4-bed, 2.5 bath. Whoops. 2884. 4 bed, 2.5 bath. And then we look at what the comparable listings are going to look like. Here we're going to get a map showing them. The home that we're evaluating is right here in the center. And some of the homes that came up similar, we got another 4 bed, 2.5 bath right next door, but with quite a bit more square footage. This home, 4,100 square feet, where the home we're looking at is 28, similar build year, 2014, but that one went for $499, but it had more square footage. Some of the other comparables that we're looking at, $449, $440. Those homes, one had 5 bedrooms, so 1 more bedroom, 3 baths, so half bath more, 25 square foot, so less square footage, but 1 more bedroom and a half bath more. So these are all good comparables. They're very, very close by. And when we start looking at averages, the lowest one, $379,900, that home probably not real comparable. And that's one that's currently on the market. It's a little bit different neighborhood, and a little bit older construction. So that's where you start seeing some of the differences. If you're in a different neighborhood that's not quite as high end or not as desirable, you're going to see a lower property value, and that's going to show you kind of how the location determines it. And typically construction is similar. You'll have less expensive homes in certain neighborhoods and more higher end homes in others where they've done a little bit better job of putting nicer trim or different features, etc. The averages here, the low $379,900, the high $515,000, although we can throw that number out because it was a duplicate, and so $499,000 really is the high, or $500,000. Average $453,000. I think on this particular home, I'm saying $475,000 or $485,000 if they want to push it a little bit. One of the things to consider is pricing. If you price your home slightly above market value, you're going to get less interest, less buyers. People kind of know where the price points are when they're looking at homes. They've looked at 100 other homes likely when they've looked at yours, and they're going to discard that and say it's not that great of a deal. Whereas if you price it 10% under, you might get 3 or 4 people interested at the same time, cause a bidding war. So sometimes you kind of shoot yourself in the foot by seeing if you can get just a little bit more out of the start gate with a home, basically because people say, it's not that great a deal. Whereas you might get 4 or 5 people interested at the same time if it comes out slightly below market value, and that can cause a bidding war, and many times you could end up getting more money than asking, especially in today's market where we have very, very limited inventory and high demand. We're going to see, I think, even a higher demand once the dust settles from the current situation we're in. People are going to be kind of let back out into the real world, and they're going to get back to doing what they're doing, and they're going to try and make up for lost ground. And there's going to be people that are in some of the high-risk areas, California, LA, San Francisco, Portland, and Seattle. I think some of those people are going to try and get out of that area and seek an area that was much less affected and has less danger to have that happen in the future. I think this has scared a lot of people. Hope you guys are all doing well. As I mentioned, we're going to keep doing these throughout the week, 8:30 in the morning. And if anybody has questions on pricing their home or want to look at what a market analysis on their home would look like, basically, I do a report, and it comes back kind of looking like this here. It goes through, gives you maps showing where the homes are, sale prices, and starts showing you different pictures of the homes. That way you can get a good idea of how yours compares to others that have sold, as well as some that are currently on the market or have gone under contract. And I would love to get together with you on Zoom since we're kind of social distancing right now. You can give me a virtual tour of your home on Zoom. If there's features that you think are great that should be considered as part of the value, we can also kind of walk through step by step doing a market analysis on your home if it's something that you're interested in. Love to hear from you. Shoot me a message. Give me a call. My number's posted on my website, kevinsellscda.com or kevinsells509.com. Take a look. Got properties listed there. If you're searching for properties, you want to see what's on the market, feel free to go to my website. It's got all my contact information. Love to hear from you guys. Even if we have to do it virtually, I'd love to see all your faces and stay in contact. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy and happy. Have a great day, guys.